What is up, guys? Zan from the Zan Madden YouTube channel, and I hope that you guys enjoyed yesterday's video where we broke down a comeback win against Flash Cage. Basically came back from two separate two-score deficits in that one to win in overtime. If you guys didn't check that video out, make sure you guys go do so. Talked a lot about thoughts that I had over the course of that game. Today's video, we've got another good one for you guys, and I've got a matchup against Trey ERB22. If you guys don't know who Trey is, he's played really well this year. Played really well. I've seen him performing really well in Players Lounge tournaments. He's done well for himself in ladders. He's been an absolute demon all year long. Tough on a lot of players. Seen him absolutely whack some pro players this year. Done fairly well. He's got a good head of steam heading into Madden 24. He's a member of my community, the Madden community. Supports Gridiron. So this is a war right here. The first time we matched up all year. And Trey and I have been poking at each other all year in chat. Yeah, every day he comes in and calls me old man. It's all out of respect, but comes in and calls me old man. So when I saw his name pop up in the corner, I had to lean forward in the chair a little bit because this old man's got to show you that I can still get the job done here. So here we go. Trey running the big nickel over G. Love to see it, man. The influence of Gridiron Gameplans, my defenses this year, you're starting to permeate the Madden community a little bit. Seeing a lot more over G. I would actually argue that over G has become probably the #2 meta defense in the game over the last month of the year. I see over G probably a little bit more than I see 3-3 Cub. I would still say Dollar is #1. I think over G's become #2. And that could be for a variety of reasons. One, you know, the way I'm out there live every day, streaming crazy hours. If you guys don't know, this is a game from stream, twitch.tv/ZanMadden, link in the description. I run this and it looks good. So I see a lot of people starting to run it. You know, I played really good defense all year long. I mean, this has been my go-to. You see most of my videos are over G defensive videos. You see that Trey knows my offense well. You see right there pressing my one-play touchdown route. And he does a good job out of this. Trey actually has a hybrid match coverage that he kind of mixes up. It's a mix of kind of my Tampa 3 match that I run, and it's a mix of my tight killer shell that I run out of a quarter style defense. So he doesn't really run stock version of his defense. He runs a hybridized version of 2 of my coverage shell, my favorite coverage shells, that he creates his own thing. And it's really tough. It's a really good defense. In fact, I saw him beat a belt winner just the other day. It was giving him absolute hell. I mean, he was having trouble finding open receivers, but you know, this is a tough defense, very tough defense. But you guys know me, I'm a on schedule player. Offense is might look ugly, but it's efficient. It's efficient. I stay on schedule. I try to, you know, make sure that I'm always in second down and mediums and third down and shorts. Although right there, you see, I got stopped for a loss. Trey knows his game. He knows his gap shoots. He knows his crashes. He is a student of the over G defense. He knows how to get his defensive line to come into the backfield pretty consistently. See right here, I'm going to motion Thaddeus Moss to the weak side of the formation. I get my drag wheel up the sideline, and we're able to get a open field missed tackle. Little get off me right there, CeeDee Lamb. Pick up a first down. So you see here we go into the red zone, first time in this game. And Cooper Kupp again in motion to the near side. Going to go lead stretch. Good user by Trey. Able to bottle the run back to the inside. So you see right there, Trey understands. He knows how to get his D-line into the backfield. And when the D-line doesn't get in the backfield, his user gap technique is very good. He understands his run fits. It's a staple of the way that we teach the over G on Gridiron Gameplans. And, you know, he's got it going pretty well. See right here, I go to, I actually go to quick snap verticals. I thought I maybe could catch him with a match beater. And he had it protected. Good defense right there by Trey. 3rd down and 9. Right here, I think I'm actually having trouble recalling. I'm going to bet I'm going to go to a weak side swing to the running back right here. That would be my hunch in this spot. I'm just trying to think like what I would normally do here in this. Is this a motion out? Yeah, this should be a swing to Henry. And I throw it. I'm able to make him miss. Little truck. Henry down inside the goal line right there. I think the weak side swing is a very, very underutilized route. I talked about swings a couple weeks ago here on the channel. I think that they do a great job against match coverage. Obviously, they can totally glitch match coverage, which was the focus of that video. But zone coverage doesn't really respect them unless you're playing a hard flat. So right there, I don't think he was. Right here, Cooper Kupp in motion. He's done a good job of playing the zone runs. Right there, just not good run stick by me. I actually set up a counter right there. He had his defensive line crash to stop a zone style run. Right there, I went with the gap scheme, which is a power or a counter type run. And I just kind of botched that. That's my fault. Nonetheless, we're going to go to the second quarter here, so let's speed this up. In fact, we'll just go ahead and take the moment to let you guys know we got a pre-sale going on Gridiron Gameplans, 35% off our yearly membership. Pre-sale offer ends on August 1st. You guys can unlock everything that I put on Gridiron Gameplans this coming year. That's all the vault updates. Those are updated weekly. All offensive and defensive game plans, complete with AP updates and any changes based off of the meta that are in the offenses that I run. In fact, the X-Nasty offense was updated all year long. So make sure you guys go check that out. $75 for the whole year. Save yourself quite a bit of money on that. Here we go. Outside zone. Try to quick snap it. Again, his crashes are good. Defensive tackle in the backfield. Holding my glowing running back to 5 rushes for 14 yards. Again, kind of the theme going back to yesterday. Good players know how to stop the run. I feel like everybody talks about glowing running backs being something that ruined the game. You know, you play somebody good, they know how to stop the run. So right here, I do a little cutback. Henry trying to fall into the end zone, 4th down and goal. And right here, this is a big moment for me right here. I'm kind of thinking, all right, well, he's got last drive of the first half and first drive of the second half. 3 is not something I can afford to take right here. So I consider this a go for it. Had this drive gotten down to the goal line in the first quarter, I probably would have done something different. Right here we go, outside zone. Little lead block. I want to show this to you again here. I know we got the pre-sale thing that pops up. That's on stream, not on purpose here. I use Cooper Kupp as a backside lead blocker on this to protect myself against any gap shoot. So we hit this wide zone. Cooper Kupp is kind of like our backside fullback on that, just in the event that anybody leaks through the middle of the line. He had a lot of guys coming through. I went to wide zone out of a different formation. I don't think he knew which way the play went by default. So he didn't know which way to crash his line, and that helped lead towards the success of this play. So here we go. On defense, let's go ahead and get on the field here. We'll start him off on offense. He's in the bunch, runs a little bunch offset. You see right here, counter Y, and he's able to get that Jameer Gibbs, probably butchering his name, Jameer. I'll just call him Gibbs. That Gibbs is tough, man. He's got route ability plus human joystick for 0. He's got 2 0 AP buckets. Really, really good item. In fact, I use him as my situational 3rd down scat back. He doesn't play very much for me, but if somebody's absolutely locking me down in a man coverage based defense and they're stopping the run, that is the running back I'll go to, because it is, you know, is a very, very good route running back. So that short and elite ability on him is tough against man coverage. Just gives you another option. So here we go right here. We got our first drive on defense. After that, counter Y gets him to a hash. Here he goes to work. He's got kind of, you know, corner route, streak route, post route, streak route. So, you know, again, my defense is very much so predicated on, you know, taking away those throws. I don't give up a lot of deeper throws, corner routes. I specialize in stopping seams and corners, and you know, every once in a while something will get behind me, but you know, my focus is on, I want to see if you'll consistently take your checkdowns. That's kind of my thing. So here we go again. Again, trying to respect the run. I know that he's potentially got an inside zone split, maybe a read option style run. Be honest with you, I don't know the bunch offset runs playbooks too well. Right here, I got to log this one to memory. He goes that motion, ends up being basically old school mesh post, slant post combo from a couple years ago. And I just didn't respect it. So you see right here, he's going bunch to tight, you know, that tight slots, halfback weak, and kind of the Madden Bull Henry scheme, just with some nuance changes to it. Not something I've defended a lot in the last month or two, so I'm a little bit rusty against it. I felt really good back in like December, January, February when it was kind of meta. So I'm going to have a kind of a feel out phase early on in this game, trying to like get myself back into like what adjustments I want to use when people are audibling between these. lately it's been a lot of tight to bunch tight end, kind of like Detroit book style offense. I've faced much less of this of late, but it's still a very, very good offense. So, I got to remember. So right here, kind of a hitch post combo with a flat and a running back streak. Right now, I'm just in a sponge up phase. You're going to see more dots early in the game. You see more adjustments late in the game, just because you can't really over adjust early. You want to kind of sit in your base defense and figure out where it's weak, and you can patch those holes up when the plays mean a little bit more. And what I mean by that is like third and fourth quarter, that's where games are won. Right here, I tried to return back to that post in the middle of the field. I knew that I had the match over the top for that flood meta. And he made the right call on that. If he had checked it down to that post in the middle of the field, that would have been a pick, and probably the game is over. But Trey's a good player. I think Trey's a good player. Watching this back, I'm pretty impressed by his route spacing, his knowledge of hash marks. He understands his route theory. He's a good player, man. Very, very good player. Again, right here, got a good coverage for what he ran. Made a little bit of a tweak to my shell based off of that slant post, or that slant hitch with the running back streak. Made him check it down the flat. So again, third down, 13 here. I'm trying to think what I did here. I think right here I went Peppers deep middle. Yep. And then I'm playing the Texas route. I tried to get the acro. I thought I baited that perfect, but maybe just a little bit too high on that. If I was a step lower, I think that's a pick. So right here, big play early on in this game, 4th down and 2. I'm actually really upset with myself on this play. I remember this play. So on this, I set up one shell, and then he hot routes a bunch, and I psych myself out of my shell, and I check out of it late. And I want you to kind of watch how my user played. I ended up kind of changing my coverage where I played a little bit more saggy on the right side of the field in that hook area. You see right here, this is where I completely changed it. I play saggy, and I just gave up the drag. I'll tell you this, on 4th down, especially in a situation like this where he's got ball at half, you need to play something much more aggressive for a couple reasons. One, you can still score with 30 seconds and one timeout. You can get 3. Right there, I kind of let him just have an easy first down, and now I put myself in a crap situation. So I was really, really frustrated with myself for this. That was not only me psyching myself out of a play that would have stopped what he did. I ended up playing a very conservative user and giving him a check down on the first read. You should never call a defense on 4th down that gives your opponent a check down read that is good for a first down as their primary read. Easiest pitch and catch in the world, and I killed any chance I had of being able to do anything with this drive. And you'll kind of see what I'm talking about right here. So 16 seconds left in the first half. This is where I remind you guys, you could never win a game of Madden going into half. You just can't. You cannot do it. There's too much ball left, but you could certainly lose a game of Madden heading into half. So right here, we decide to go out here. I'm trying to set up a little combo. He recognizes it. I mean, he watches my streams. He's not watching as we're playing, but this guy's a regular in my streams. He knows my offense well. He saw what I wanted to do there. He went to that motion, knew that he hated it, and he called a timeout. So you see right here, I decide to deviate just a little bit off my principle. He called that timeout. I go ahead and go with a play action, try to run a match beater. And this right here is an amazing play by him. He uses the SWAT animation. I think if he tries to play a pick, I'm going to catch that for a touchdown. But still, 8 seconds left. I've got time for maybe one more play to field goal range. And I decide that I want to go back to that double corner combo that I tried to run early on in the game. But again, when I used the motion of Cooper Kupp, he knew what he wanted. So I do something different. I go with that same match beater to the right, double corner to the left. And I thought I had the squeeze right there. And he gets an acro pick. And right here, the game actually literally stops and calls the play dead. You can see right here, 3, 2, and it stops the play before anybody actually touched him. I was in the process of clicking on to pull guys back, and the game blew the play dead. Gives him a long field goal. We're at Mile High, Legatron's 99 kick power. This is a chippy, basically. I know it's crazy to say, but 64 is a chippy at this stadium, and again with that kick power. So It's up and through, and I basically tell my chat, I was like, that is the absolute worst possible way to end a half. I mean, you want to talk about what, practice, do as I say, not, do as I say, not as I do. That's basically, I went against my own teachings right there. I kind of shoved the ball into coverage, trying to chase three. A lot of times when your opponent has the ball at half in a tie game, that's something a lot of players will do to lose them a game, and I fell victim to my own teachings right there. Gave him a charity three before half with ball at half. Killed me. Absolutely killed me in this one. So he's got ball. He's got ball. Still got a lot of ball to go, but obviously not in a good spot. He's going to have 2 possessions. He's already up 3 in the second half. I'm going to have 1 possession in the second half. So in my mind right here, I've got to basically hold him to 3 on one of his 2 drives and stop him or leave him with little clock on the other. And my only drive of the half has to be a touchdown. Absolutely has to be a touchdown. So that's the task ahead of us in this one. Bunch offset here. He's able to pick up 8 on his first snap. Again, sitting in the over G. Got to respect his run call. Right here, he audibles into the tight Y off. I immediately know what he wants to do. I go ahead and change my play real quick. Get over, prevent him from hitting the 1-play touchdown down the left sideline. He checks off of it. And we are almost able to get that covered sack. He was really going to shove that ball down the left sideline. That's kind of my play. I use the air quotes, the Zan play. That play right there is my favorite. It's something I'll go to quite often on the left hash. Sneaky by him to go to it. Sometimes people forget that it's in other playbooks. Right here, it goes to the flat. And I got him with the Derrick Henry Avi in the flat, and I'm actually a little bit confused right here. So I pull up his X factors, I go and check him out real quick, and his CD Lamb had short in, short out. So I really was kind of thinking, I was like, okay, does he have something on his receiver to prevent that from being a fumble? And I don't know, maybe just a bad luck for me right there on that play. But I felt like that's what my defense is built to do, is make you throw the ball there and then to take the ball away from you when you do throw it there. So again, right here, it goes to a cover 3 beater. I have a little I3 match combo on. I got my, the post route was matched on that. Nothing doing. To be honest with you, I feel like we're fine on defense. I know that he's able to run that counter Y a couple times, kind of keep himself in his drives, keep it on a manageable schedule. But I feel like if I can get him dropping back to pass every play, I feel like I'm going to get one at some point. Emotions in here kind of creates a little X nasty, Z nasty here in this. Goes to the flat, and he swerves inside quickly. He saw that Harrison Smith out in the flat. Good decision by him. You see right there, 8 of 12, 69 yards. Again, the defense is all about, how patient are you? Can you take a bunch of checkdowns en route to a touchdown? Can you sustain a 12 to 14 play drive to get yourself a touchdown? This also plays to my advantage because if I can make him have a long drive and it holds to 3, that allows me to have guap drive potentially, which means that, I could have last drive of the game. I score a touchdown. I'm going to leave him with no time left. I win by, 1 if that's the case. If I can turn his 2 possessions that I was just talking about that he's going to get in the second half into 1, and I can hold him to 3 on that 1, that gives me a chance to win the game on my 1. Right there, Texas route. Probably the fact that he completed a route into that left pocket on the sideline made me user right there. That's a bad user by me. Gotta play that route over the middle. See right here, he's starting to move a little bit of tempo here. Decides to go to that run call. Gibbs able to pick up 3 yards right there. 4 rushes, 33 yards. Touchdown for Gibbs. Solid output on limited work right there. Getting great production out of a 0 AP running back. A lot of people pay to produce with their running back, and he's getting free production out of him. So again, going running backs aren't, the most, OP thing in the game as much as people want to say. Right here, he goes to a motion, kind of a bunch look. I go to a match call right there, and he gets a slant open in the middle. Just a rare mix in a match right there. Good call by him. Good call. And you see right now he's down inside the red zone. Not a good spot to be in. So here we go. First down and goal. He's going to go inside zone split. Gibbs falling forward, fighting. 2 yards. 2 yards. I'm a little bit flustered. I can't lie. I'm thinking about that 3 I gave him before half, how much I'm beating myself right here in this game. Going to put me down 2 possessions in the fourth quarter. Again, going to this little motion combo right here. I'm kind of thinking, you know, your typical stuff here, your slants, your wheels, your hitches. He goes to the back corner of the end zone, and he gets a Randy Moss touchdown right there. So now he's up by 10. Let's kick it off my way. We got some work to do. Got one play here in the third quarter. See if we can get working here. So again, right here, I do feel like to a degree that like if I can score right here, get a touchdown quickly, it's going to put me in a spot where a lot of people are not comfortable trying to milk a game out with 3+ minutes to go. So right now in my mind is I've got to get downfield quickly. Hit quick Texas route over the middle, make a miss in the middle of the field, pick up a nice gain of 17, clock stops, fourth quarter. But still, big uphill fight right here for me in this one. So here we go. Let's get ourselves back on the field here. Motion Cooper Kupp across the formation. Little double corner combo, little swing route underneath, good coverage by him. Yeah, I tell you, he runs kind of a hybrid. He runs a mix of my inverted three, and he hybridizes it with kind of a match quarters based defense. It's a split field coverage that kind of doubles as I3 and tight killer. It's very, very good. It's very, very good. Honestly, I ought to run this more. He shared this defense with me months and months ago, and I kind of forgot about it. And as I'm playing and watching this back, it's good. It's a really good coverage shell. You see right here, it's like got elements of match. It's got elements of zone right there. I use a zone beater to the zone side of the field. Was able to find Henry as he cuts up the seam. You see, it's been tough for me to find open patches of grass to throw to in this one. 50% completion, but we got work to do right here. Henry up in motion, empty bunch. Looking for the whip route underneath. He's got a bunch of guys playing the double corner. I'm able to hit Thaddeus Moss underneath. You seen, if you watch yesterday's video, the commentary from yesterday plus this one, you know that that's becoming a route that I'm working into my offense a lot more. It's a tough user. It's tough to blitz and guard vertical routes and quick flat routes and have that route that kind of whips back to the outside late in the play. You know, it's a nice, check down, quick throw. You could throw it, rise it spots up over the middle, or you could wait for it to release back outside. Wouldn't let me snap the ball right there. I was trying to get the ball out quicker. And I'm actually really irritated with that because like I wanted to do that as a motion snap. I had a player rocking back and forth. You guys have all experienced that. Kind of disrupted my rhythm. Also took a sack right there. So right here, I'm going to go quick. It's been a minute since I ran this play. I actually had it. He got kind of a lucky-ish knockout early in the play. This is the best time to go to it. I'm able to hit him. He gets a little bit of a reroute. I'm still going to throw it because I knew that I had it. I knew that the last time he got the knockout, I thought that I had enough space to catch it. So I stuck with it. I went back all the way into my mind. I was thinking, what's the last thing that was like super open for chunk yardage? Oh yeah, he kind of had that fluky knockout on my first drive. So I went back to that play and was able to find the end zone. And like I said, if you give somebody, around basically, if they have to snap the ball 2 times before the 2-minute warning, that's tough. That's tough. So this is a tough milk out for a lot of players. And I feel like, with my defense, especially, I can get you into a third down where you got to make a play happen, and I can roll my coverage up and play aggressive. It's going to work for me. So let's see if I can get the job done right here. So again, I got 2 snaps, the 2-minute warning, and 3 timeouts. So he's basically going to have to get 2 or 3 first downs to really get the job done here. See right here, he goes counter Y. Actually, really good stick right there. That human joystick may have contributed to that right there. But I actually don't even know if he has human joystick on him. But he was able to kind of split in between those 2 blocks right there and pick up 4 yards when he really was looking at nothing. So you see right here, again, kind of remembering what he likes to go to in this spot. I'm going to try to play the running back route. Got the post. It's handled. Everything's good. Again, kind of logging what he ran in the second quarter and pulling out the adjustment for that. It's the importance of running your base defense and understanding where it's weak so you can make the adjustments when the plays matter more. And that's what we were able to do right there. So again, he's going into this. This time I flipped the nickel corner with it. I'm thinking he's probably going with kind of that flood combo that he ran earlier in the game. So I like my numbers. But he goes back to that motion where he threw the out route last time, but he had that slant. So I've got to hang out in the middle of the field. So he has that route that he's looking for the slant in the middle. We played the match on it. And basically, that's an example of the last time I called the match against him, he hit the slant. It was the right play, but I was on the wrong user. I teach that on Gridiron. Sometimes you're in the right call. People are like, oh man, I'm getting fried. And it's like, no, you're just not on the right user on this play. Everything else is doing its job. You need to be on this guy. And that's exactly what I did right there. So we got a 4th down and 6. And we still got all of our timeouts right here. So we got a chance to potentially, you know, give ourselves a chance to win this game. Right here, I spread my defensive line to 1 tech, 3 tech. I want to get pass rush out of Justin Simmons right here. And, oh my goodness, if you remember on that first drive, I didn't play a slant over the middle on that motion. I'm kicking myself right here because he showed me that play on his first drive of the game. And I just, for some reason, had a mental brain cramp and didn't lurk the only route that was open the first time when I needed to lurk it with the game on the line. So here we go again. This time I do a little run blitz. I blitz Peppers through the front side. Hopefully I could, get a tackle from behind if he gets through the gap. That time I hold my gap well. 2nd down and 9. I feel like after that down, he's definitely going to throw. Right here, I'm going to go something pretty aggressive. I know he's got threat detector. I got a blitz on a 2nd down so he can't see it. I decided to play aggressive here. Hard flats. I'm keeping the corner routes guarded on both sides, the deep middle guarded. I'm kind of baiting. So I do this little swivel and boom, back to the middle of the field. And I'm able to yick it with Curse. Just kind of flashed in front of his check down, which made him look up to that 2nd level of the field. And then I was able to get up to it. Big adjustment right there. Probably the last time in the game I was going to be able to blitz him on a passing down without him knowing it. So I had to take advantage of that opportunity right there. So here we go. We've got a 17-14 game, 1:49 to go, 2 timeouts. We are already in field goal range. We are playing with house money right here. I've got overtime in my back pocket as long as I don't do something stupid. And I know that even though my totals right there, 8 rushes for 23 yards, don't look great, I was able to find some motion blocks that I liked against him that had him kind of searching for answers. So this is going to allow me to kind of work the clock a little bit. So right here, motion King Henry, breaks a tackle, 1st down. Clock is ticking. Totally fine with this. I know for a fact that I've got the field goal. I've got overtime in my back pocket. I'm not in a hurry right here. Not at all in a hurry. Motion to single back tight Y off. He flips with me. As I watch this back, I can tell there's definitely some tells to his defense as I'm watching it that I didn't pick up the first time. This time he has the crash correctly. And he's able to get the defensive tackle into the backfield. Again, not too worried about it, though. Like, I'm okay I've got all the momentum in this game right now, and we're locked into a potential overtime matchup here if I don't pick up some chunk yardage. Again, I know you're probably thinking, clock, we're okay. We are absolutely okay. Little counter call. I hadn't gone to this. He hasn't been blitzing me. It's been all coverage focused. And right here, I think this is the big mistake he made. He burned a timeout for me. I think he was already considering maybe in his mind, he's thinking, okay, maybe I could get a stop right here and make him force a field goal. I really don't think burning the timeout in that spot is going to do him any favors. But what it allows me to do is run the ball. It allows me to run the ball and pick up a 1st down. I otherwise would not have run the ball because I would have had to burn my own timeout there. And I probably would not have run the ball on 3rd and inches, because if I do that, then I got to burn my final timeout. Instead, now he allows me to run the ball and keep a timeout. Now I'm in real good shape. So we got a 1st down and 10. We're now in the red zone, 20 seconds to go, down by 3, 1 timeout. Do a little motion, make him think that I'm actually right there. I'm actually looking for this corner route. His user hangs out on it, gives me the whip. I use the wheel to pull everything up the field on the right side, get out of bounds, stopping the clock. Now we've got a situation on hand. Right here, I'm going to go to a slant hitch combo off of play action. And the reason I do this is I've run the ball effectively on this drive. I want to show him outside zone left, so his user bails to the left side, and then I'm going to get a hitch slant combo going back to the right. So right here, I eye candy it, motion to the left side, kind of a lead blocker from my outside zone. User, boom, wide open on the run, and probably just too short. Steve Smith too short right there, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Right here, this is where I talk about this all the time. I'm one of those YouTubers. I'm live all the time. Tips YouTuber, I feel like I have to provide a little validity to what I teach. I need to run what I teach you guys as well. I put out my favorite red zone concept, the best red zone concept in the game just last week. I just showed him slant hitch. He knows slant hitch is coming again right here. So what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Well, actually right here, we're going to run the ball. And the reason I'm going to run the ball is I want to see if I can fall in the end zone and give myself one throw. Bad stick by me. All right, so we burn our timeout. So I talked about that slant hitch, right? I showed it. I had the wide open touchdown to Steve Smith. We just missed the throw somehow. He knows slant hitch is coming. So you cannot rely on just throwing slant hitch. You need something else to go with it. So what are we going to do? We're going to run last week's YouTube video. Last week's YouTube video where I talked about the little pivot follow behind your slant hitch. So right here, we do this motion. Henry to the flat, slant hitch to the right, user baits on it, and we're able to throw the pivot route over the middle and walk into the end zone, and we're able to win on the last play of the game. The last play of the game. So we go up 21-17, got to kick it off. We got one more play here, a little quarters 3 deep action for Trey. Just need one stop to complete our comeback. He's going to go to my favorite play here, the PAY leak. I know that he wants to hit number 4, that left receiver deep down the left sideline. I split the difference between the seam and the out route, the outside vertical route. Throws it in triple coverage because he has to. And we're able to get the interception. And we are out with the W. GG's to Trey, man. That was a great game. We've had a couple awesome commentaries this week here on the channel. Just want to say thank you to all of you guys that have been supporting through the season with all the tips content. Probably enjoy seeing a little bit of gameplay action. Again, I don't do a lot of commentaries here on the channel because I am live playing the game every day, Monday through Friday on twitch.tv. Take a look at the link in the description. You guys can watch me play and use all these tips that I show you guys here, plus all the content that I have on Gridiron live on Twitch. Again, I think that it's important that if we do these tips that we try to live stream them and show them in the moment. It's very, very easy to, you know, cherry pick gameplay and put it on YouTube every now and then, but I am live every day. The good, the bad, the ugly. Go check it out on twitch.tv/ZanMadden. Again, guys, if you guys enjoyed today's video, all the offensive and defensive setups that I have in these videos are on gridirongameplans.gg. You guys can take advantage of the Madden 24 pre-sale. 35% off your yearly membership. The presale ends August 1st, 2023. And if you guys take advantage of the presale, you guys will unlock all the Madden 23 content. That's my offensive game plans, defensive game plans, all the vault updates all year long, and Discord access where you can join our community. It's growing. A lot of people taking advantage of the presale offer. Go poke around the website. XNasty is going to be in a ton of playbooks next year. I don't want you guys to miss out on the game plans that I put out this year to help give you guys a little bit of a template, some framework to work off of when the new game drops. But again, I appreciate you guys all checking out this video. If you guys liked it, give it a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. We'll see you guys on Monday. Until then, this is Zan. Get the lab in. Good luck.